now you're standing in a place where the largest collection of black books in the world. And I started off some 40 years ago in this place, sleeping in the cellar. My receipts each day was around $1.25. But I don't tell how much my receipts is a day, for Internal Revenue will be looking for me.
Everything about who I am comes from growing up in Brooklyn and comes from my parents. They laid the foundation. But a big part of why I've been able to touch the world through my music and express myself has to do with the years I spent in a black bookstore. I mean, this store looks, in Harlem, identical to Nkiru Books that I worked at. The book titles, I know all those books. I read all those books. And it's interesting that that stuff was still relevant to me when I was working there in the 90s, as relevant as it was in the 70s, because the issues are still the same.
Malcolm X was the smartest uneducated. You see, Malcolm X, they could find nobody with no degree, a PhD, could debate him on truth. And naturally, this country can't stand truth.
That as long as a white man does it, it's all right. A black man is supposed to have no feelings. But when a black man strikes back, he's an extremist. He's supposed to sit passively and have no feelings, be nonviolent, and love his enemy. No matter what kind of attack, be it verbal or otherwise, he's supposed to take it. But if he stands up and in any way tries to defend himself, then he's an extremist.
Now, I was lecturing the other day down in this same cellar, and a gang of little black boys came in. They held up their fists, talking about black power. I said, look, son, I'd like to straighten you out. I said, black is beautiful, but black isn't power. Knowledge is power. For you can be black as a crow, you can be white as snow, and if you don't know and ain't got no dough, you can't go, and that's for sure. The white man that landed here, he came with two great weapons. One is the Bible, and the other was the gun. If it didn't humble you with the Bible, it crumble you with the gun. And he's still praising the Lord and passing the ammunition all over the world.
You know, the points he said about black power, I think is very, very, very important. But you have to grow and change. You can't just be caught up in the racial aspect of it. You have to, he said in the little poem he said you have to know and you have to have the dough. You know, you can't just be caught up in, oh, do it just because it's black. So it's interesting that he ran a black bookstore. He understood the importance of the bookstore, but he also understood it's not just about the black. You know, that's a tool. That's not the goal.
Anybody can die nobly for a cause. The sign of maturity is to live day by day for that cause. That cause is not a racial cause. He is here, somewhere else it's a religious cause, something, but it's really just simply freedom. Okie doke.
This whole kind of falling in love with black things for a short period of time is essentially racist. It still is hypothesized on a great sense of separateness and a sense of treating black activities as a kind of a curiosity, either benign or threatening, one or the other. When it's threatening, you know, oh my God, they're going to riot or something. And when it's benign, let's let them paint or draw or sing or dance or whatever they want to do until we get tired of it, until, you know, we, the white community, get tired of it. And that whole structure is essentially racist.